What's up, everybody? So I think that three things we need for our kids are thick skin, conviction, and a willingness to speak one's mind, as well as an open mind to be able to accept new ideas. And the reason why I think this is so important is because of what I've observed, in the society around me, with people afraid to speak out on issues because of the way that they may be viewed. So you may have a person who's outspoken, but they have a fear of speaking out because they don't have a strong enough self-image and they're afraid that they may be attacked. This is relevant because of what I've seen on the internet and YouTube with people who have moved up to a point where they're speaking for masses of people. Certain YouTube channels that have gotten very big, or websites that have become very large, and movements who have gained a lot of momentum. And during this process, I see that, once something gains a lot of momentum, some of the people who perhaps propagate some of these ideas can't take any criticism, any constructive criticism for it. So they get really upset when somebody questions them on a basic principle that they're claiming is true. Then they get all huffy, and sometimes they'll completely leave that line of work altogether, maybe move into something different, or they'll shut down their YouTube channel. But this isn't always just with large channels. Sometimes this happens with somebody who maybe just has a few good points and they're really going towards something, but they get attacked by these trolls over and over. And so you have to have a thick skin. You have to be able to handle the criticism. I've got plenty of trolls that follow me around. Give them a chance to speak their mind, block them, then unblock them, let them try to speak their mind again, see if they have anything constructive to say. If all they say is negative things, then I just hit the block and the mute button, and it's done. And in the past, I've wrestled with my own idea of, is that suppression of free speech? No, it's not. That's suppression of ignorance. It's just like if you have a room full of people trying to have a discussion, if you're at a city council meeting and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do, and there's this one guy running around going, fuck you, to everybody in the room. There's a difference between free speech and just being an idiot. So I have no problem muting and blocking and ignoring the idiots. But some of the ideas that I have in my life personally are up in the air. So if someone says this is maybe not true, maybe it's not. I don't know. All I know is what I believe. But I have very thick skin when it comes to dealing with idiots. I actually kind of enjoy a good dispute. I enjoy a good argument, but I don't revel in the glory of being right or wrong. It's just is what it is. I'm just living as a human. So anyway, we've got a lot of people out there with a lot of really good ideas that can't express them because they're afraid of ridicule. Don't be. Speak your mind. If you look at some of the most famous authors and writers and movie producers and anybody who's put stories or subjects out into society, they get hate mail all the time. They get people sending them death threats and letters saying that you're part of this. And, I'm sure guys like, especially, who did, Stanley Kubrick, let's say, for example. I'm sure he's gotten plenty of threat letters saying, you're an Illuminati agent, and, you're part of the conspiracy to ruin the world, or whatever. There's many different theories. Oliver Stone and some of the big producers who have stories who people claim are government-fed stories. I'm not getting into the relevance of this. It's just anybody who becomes very, very, very popular or even semi-popular is going to be attacked. That's how it is. There's always going to be people with a negative view that want to cause trouble. The best we can do is just have thick enough skin to ignore those people and realize that suppressing them is not suppressing free speech. It's just putting ignorance to the sidelines, because we don't, there's too much learning to do and too many different things to share. And it saddens me when I see people who are afraid to share what they truly think or truly believe because of ridicule. So I guess that's the only point I have, is just, I wish more people had more balls, And for the females out there, I don't want you to have balls. It's figurative. Metaphors, man, metaphors.